just get some fuel here, and unfortunately I told Connor we should get some extra fenders for Catalina, and we kind of forgot those. Thankfully we had one, and it's saving our asses right now. But we did get a good scuff on the port side, which is unfortunate, but I'll clean that up. All right, we have officially pulled out of the harbor and fully sailing. And there's a lot of swell out here. I was definitely surprised, and there's a lot of clouds as well. And I jokingly said to Connor, oh my God, we were looking at the wind. I swear it was good weather. Is there our first storm? Are we just sailing right into our first storm? We're not. But
out perfectly for a squall.
Our first squall. But it feels good to be out here, even though it is a little cloudy. It still feels wonderful. Connor's figuring out the chart plotter. The old owner of the boat just gave us a good recommendation of where to anchor, so we're just trying to scope it out. A little embarrassed to point out that I still definitely feel kind of nervous and a little intimidated as we head out here, and we're just going to Catalina. But
35 miles away.
we can like almost still see our slip, and I'm freaking out. But you know, I am sure with time, everything just starts to feel more natural and more, I'll start to feel more at ease. Just give me an hour and I'll be having myself a good time.
Good margarita.
I just need a margarita. Help! Is it too early?
Well, we're about an hour and a half in now. We just had lunch. We had a nice little cheeseburger in paradise here. A little leftover burger with some Cheez-Its. Does it get any better than that?
Makes a cheeseburger. And then we're just planning out our little ceremony, because since we did put our new name on, there's a whole ceremony that you have to do before your maiden voyage. We're in a little bit of a time crunch, so we took off and departed because the winds were good and we wanted to get to an anchor point on Catalina. And I go on here declaring we would do the renaming ceremony when we were at anchor, but we ended up waiting until we actually got back to the slip in Marina del Rey, with friends joining for the celebration. That being said, maybe all the things that went wrong on this trip was Poseidon threatening his powers.
All right. We're having a pretty good sail out here. We got 11 knots of wind, and we're averaging 5.5 knots, or 5.6. We've done 4.6 miles so far, so we are almost ready to dump our waste tanks. What do you think?
Connor finally tested out our tank this morning by digging a nice poo-poo.
Nice stanky one.
And it worked. So we gotta clear that. Beep out.
I just hooked up the macerator pump switch yesterday, so this is the first test. They're coming. There's a whole bunch of them. Oh. Oh, they don't want to play with us. Why don't they want to play with us? Are we too big of a boat now? They used to love the little 30-footer. I guess we're just not as good as fresh tuna or whatever they're eating over there. Okay. You guys probably can't see it, but they're thrashing around. They're eating back there. Eating good tonight. Malvin is still on the lookout.
You never know, there could be some slow ones.
Yeah. Not a bad gig we got here. You know, I keep thinking I really wish I was at work right now, but you know, it's a tough life we gotta live here. Working hard. Look at her. This is about what she did for work anyway. She got to lay by a pool instead though.
Woohoo! Our first glimpse of our island. Off there in the distance, in between the clouds. So not our proudest moment. We just had a cushion.
We had a man overboard drill.
It was a great test.
We did it. We got the cushion back, so it's safe and sound on the boat now, and getting warm, dried out. You know, it's gonna be fine.
It's right here. We'll survive. It is wet, but it is back on the boat. I just got these like custom cushions to enjoy back here, and we put them right back here, and we're enjoying some sunshine. And then we came into the cockpit and one of them went flying off. Unfortunately, I'll show you our little loop. So this is our sail from Marina del Rey. And we came here, and then right here is where the cushion came off. So we turn around and weren't prepared to tack, but we tacked and passed it and then tried to heave. Oh, I thought Connor was going over. I didn't want to practice that again. And Connor was able to grab it. Unfortunately, our lines and sails were going crazy once we were focusing on trying to get the cushions back on. And we potentially may have ripped a little bit of our head sail. We're on a port side tack right now, so we can't really see it because it's kind of like the port side of it. So when we do a starboard tack, we'll hopefully be able to inspect it. But thankfully, since we just got the lazy jacks, we do have our guy coming back to install a few more things and kind of fine tune it. So hopefully he could help us fix that and sew it all up. Otherwise, I'll get my sewing machine out. I just don't know if it's gonna do the job, but it'll be a great test also. So Connor's lubing up the boom because it's getting super squeaky.
The boom thing is very squeaky right now. Fix that up. I got nothing to fix out here. I gotta do something.
He's got nothing to fix. He has no projects, he's saying, so he's gotta... We're not really good at sitting still, so, you know, fixing it up. Little quick fixes. Getting closer.
Beautiful things all around me. This beautiful girl, and look at this beautiful island we're approaching right now. And it's incredible. Kind of a cool view. I like how the clouds are all capping the hills over there. Pulling up to this mysterious island that millions of people go to every year.
It's a remote island. So beautiful. I'll go up to the bow and show you guys a good angle. But right now we're just soaking it up and talking about anchoring. And I'm
angering.
And angering. Because I'm all down because I feel like I'm the culprit of our mistakes. The cushion went overboard. I didn't quite do a good job. We may have messed up our line, potentially ripped our sail. And then as we get closer to the island, I'm like, wow, it's so pretty, but oh my God, what do we do when we get there? How are we gonna anchor with it?
I don't know. We'll figure it out.
Hopefully we don't just go straight at it. No, we'll figure it out. Connor
we'll be fine.
Keeps reassuring me that we're learning. We're gonna learn how to anchor. I'm gonna learn how to stay calm in stressful situations. And
the good thing is we got the biggest, fattest anchor on the market, so we should just be able to drop it, right?
Yeah. There she is in all her glory. Catalina. We need to start sailing south. We need some warmer weather ASAP. Hey, baby.
Hey, baby.
What are you doing?
Getting our snubber ready.
Snubba. Wait, hold on to something. I can't lose you. Okay. She is. And it looks like it's sunny once we find our anchor spot.
I feel like we're pulling up on Ireland.
I know. So green. Arrived. We're just trying to find an anchor spot made just for us.
Now's the time I kind of wish we would have brought the old owner along, because I have no idea what I'm doing or what I'm looking for in an anchorage.
But we're just looking at the depth, and we're just trying to find a depth that's not 137 feet as it says right now.
We want to find a good spot, which is, you know, typically a spot where people are already, but we don't want to be too close to people either. So there's that kind of fine line where we're trying to find the best uninhabited spot.
Yep. I definitely do not feel like we're in California. We have now entered a new country. Still searching and not mad about it one bit.
Exploring, not searching.
Both exploring and searching. Look at that sunset. Ooh, 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 ooh. That's what dreams are made of. Going up here.
Well, we used every bit of our 300 feet of chain. Crazy because we're this close to shore. The problem is it looks like our chain's just dropping straight down, which I know we want some length on it. So I guess we'll try and go in reverse and see
what happens.
See if we can move, but I just got the snubber on, and I'm pretty happy with how it looks. Here, I'll show you guys. Come with me. So I thought I made it a little bit too short, but it turns out when we're hanging like this, that just perfectly protected the boat. So pretty happy with that. We got some good little slack in the chain. But that chain does look like it's going straight down, so I don't know if it's all just piled up down there or if we are actually in that deep of water, but we'll find out soon. How good of a helper she is. Going in reverse, doing the whole deal. Okay, chain stretching out a little bit. Are we going anywhere?
That's a rusty chain.
That's a lot of rust, huh?
Uh-oh.
We haven't used chain in a while.
How did anchoring go?
I don't know yet. We'll find out.
We think we're good. I think we're anchored, but we're not 100% sure. So we're gonna wait and see before we go swimming. Are we gonna go swimming? I think we should go swimming. We'll see. First we gotta clean all this rust off. Okay.
We're not sure.
We keep sitting here and asking ourselves, are we moving? I don't think we're moving.
We're not really faced into the swell. is weird.
Yeah, that is kind of weird. All the other boats when they're...
Maybe eventually we will be.
Yeah.
This is such a
Fingers crossed.
crazy, fingers crossed learning experience. We found a much nicer, shallower anchorage last time when we anchored for the first time, and on my old boat. And this one is, I'm glad we have 300 feet of chain because we used every bit of it. And it's beautiful down here. No one else wanted this spot though, and I don't know why.
It is so beautiful here, but I hope we can actually sleep tonight because I think it's going to be very similar like the last time we were here. We're going to be waking up and just looking at these cliffs and hoping we're not getting closer.
We'll have to stay up all night.
Thankfully he doesn't really like to sleep, so he'll just stay up all night.
So I've been trying to figure out this problem for a little bit now because every time I've tried to turn on the inverter, it actually ends up going to a little bit higher voltage than 120. Even now it's at 125. And then the frequency will bump up to pretty much maxed out this meter, so I don't know what that actually goes to because it goes to 65 and could be plus. And I just now figured it out because when we have it on this, that selects this bus bar, and that also actually changes or charges the battery charger that the inverter also is. It's kind of confusing itself and amping up anyways. And as soon as I turned off that bus bar, now it's not trying to invert and charge itself. Then all that frequency changed. I know it doesn't look like we're moving that much if you just look around right here. But you can see the pot tilting over here. And then where I'm sitting right here, the moon really makes it look like we're moving. Trying to hold you still here. Ooh. You got
Strawberry?
ooh, thank you.
First dinner, anchored on Alivo.
I thought the soup was kind of silly at first, but it's so good right now. It's like all kind of chilly out. And this is hitting the spot.
Yeah, and it was easy to make because I made it a few days ago, so I just had to reheat it. Ooh, yeah, celery, carrots, chicken, and rice. The black little things are peppercorn.
Oh, we're at anchor, and we got Starlink turned on, and we got 55 megabits per second. Surprisingly kind of low. I'm going to mess with it and see if we can figure something else out. Just switched it to flat mode from the auto find phone mode and got 108 megabits per second, so pretty good upgrade with just switching the configuration.
We were hoping for a peaceful night like this, but upon anchoring, we did notice the boat was rocking way more than what we would expect at any anchorage. Regardless, we hunkered down, attempted to sleep, and did not think our first anchorage was going to go something like this.
Keep in mind, this is a gimbaled camera, but we have literally been up all night, only like maybe 45 minutes of sleep tonight. We thought it was a few hours, which we were excited about, but it was at least a full night's worth of rocking, and it is still going. And I think we should have been on a stern anchor also here because we were just sideways into the swell, and it's not doing it justice on this camera.
And now we're about to hit a rock.
So now we're gonna go pick up the anchor. We're gonna go pick up the anchor and motor around till light out. Yeah, I'm so tired.
This boat won't stop moving.
I want to wait until it's like...
Yeah, this is actually really nice.
It just calmed down as soon as I turned the camera on. It'll come.
That's what happened when we were sleeping. We're still recording?
Yeah.
That's what happened when we were sleeping. It was like, oh, this is nice. This is what like a normal anchorage feels like. And then it was like, oh my god, are we about to flip
It
over?
would tease you for a little bit, right? And then just like, ugh. I wish it would either stay rocking hard or calm. Not either or. Don't let me get used to for dramatic effect.
Alright, let's get us the anchor before we hit this rock.
Okay.
Yes, after 45 minutes of sleep, our anchor alarm went off, so we are determined to move the boat and get on out of this rocky anchorage. All right, now that we got the anchor up, the last time I was on here, it was 3 in the morning, 4 in the morning, and we thought we were dragging anchor, and we wanted to get the motor on and get on out of here and just kind of cruise, but then I realized like the sun's not gonna come up until 6, and why cruise for just 2 hours, and especially in the dark. And our anchor was fine, and there is like a big rock right out here pretty close, but we were totally fine and clear of it. So we started watching some Suits because we are like addicted to Suits right now, and I fell asleep. So I got about 3 hours of sleep tonight total. And now that we're up and it's like 7, Connor just got the anchor up, and now that there's light out, we're gonna cruise around, maybe find some surf today. Man, that was gnarly, you know, glamorous, this whole thing that sailing seems, right? But there's that whole side of it that so many people don't see and don't understand. But hopefully we can find a good anchor tonight and get some sleep. How are we feeling, Connor?
Feeling ready for a nap.
Yeah. Yep. Connor, where are we?
We are approaching Crocodile Rock.
Yeah, crocodile.
The Crocodile Rock. We are on the northwest corner of Catalina Island. Around in the corner right now. We got a bunch of odd-shaped rocks here. Trying to come up with a name for that one.
Oh, you just made that name up?
Yeah.
Oh. Okay, so don't listen to us. We have no idea. Feeling groovy.
Feeling groovy.
For this amount of
sleep deprived, but
for the sleep we've got, we're a little silly.
little slap happy right now. Hey Malvina, tell us what you just did.
I just put the camera just right here in the cockpit and it just fell down, and then I thought I broke it again. Well, Connor is Mr. Fix-It, so it looks like he's fixed it.
I got it.
Pointing at me.
It,
Just like that.
that little cliff is kind of cool. The water was super blue back there too, huh?
All right, we're at anchor, and look at this. The plate can literally just sit there without moving.
Oh, this is so much better than the last anchorage.
Oh my goodness.
Or non-anchorage. Sun's coming out.
Yeah, the water looks so beautiful. I cannot wait to jump right into it right after breakfast. No one really close by. No one in front of us. There's one sailboat pretty far behind, so we feel good. Connor's happy, getting some eggs and bacon, and the sun's coming out. All right, Connor took a nice nap. I did a little bit of editing, and I found these stellar sunglasses someone left behind on Alivo. Thank you. Potentially Millie and Carson or one of their kids. We'll get it back to you. But next project is, yes, we're gonna still do projects while we're on vacation in Catalina. We're gonna try to get this damn heavy big dinghy into the water. And then the next part is getting the outboard onto it. This shall be interesting. I'm probably not gonna do a time lapse. You guys seen enough of us splashing our dinghy, but it'll be our first time when we're just anchored up. here we go. Yo!
Vina didn't want to give you a time lapse, but this is kind of the summary of it. So we just got it on our spinnaker halyard here and just dropping it in. The reason why it's up like this right now is because I forgot this little chinga here. So had to drain all the water back out of there, and then I'll put that back in. And good job, baby.
All right, all drained. About to be plugged up.
This is only the third time that I've forgotten the plug in this thingy.
Hopefully, third time the charm. Now he will never forget.
Ooh, look at that name. Pretty groovy. I like it. Look at that snubber. Check him out. Doing its job, I think. Pretty sure that's what it's supposed to do.
All right.
Our tiny little bender.
Our one tiny bender.
First we're seeing it at anchors.
I know. The outboard on the dinghy.
Yeah, sorry guys, we left you out of that. That was stressful and annoying and yeah, very frustrating. Oh, my anchor alarm's going off.
We're drifting.